One of the things that computers are really good at doing is math. In Python, it's really easy to write and run code that contains even the most complicated math formulas. Let's look at how this works. I have here 3 variables, and they each store a number, and I can use the various math operations just the way you would expect. For example, I can add them together to get a result and print it out. When I run this program, you'll see 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12. I can also use multiplication, subtraction, or division in just the way you'd expect. So for example, I'll change that to a minus sign and rerun it, and now I get 2. 3 plus 4 is 7, minus 5 is 2. For multiplication, we use the star or the asterisk symbol, like that. Now, when I run this, I get 23. Notice that in this example, the computer actually does the multiplication first. It multiplies 4 times 5 and then adds the 3, so you get 23. This is really important to catch. By default, the evaluation will happen from left to right, but it follows the order of operations rules that you may have learned in math. So multiplication and division happen before addition and subtraction. If you want to force it to do the addition first, just like in math, you can put in parentheses. So I can put the parentheses around x plus y, and now when I run it, it will add 3 and 4 to get 7, and then multiply that by 5 to get 35. Division generally works the same way. I can change this to the / or division operator and run this. So now I get 7 divided by 5, which is 1.4. But there are some additional division operators that we can use. If you're working with integers, sometimes you want to get the whole number and the remainder part separately. For 7 divided by 5, you would get 1 remainder 2. If you want the whole number part, you actually just use 2 / like that. Now when I run it, you'll see I get the whole number part, which is just 1. This is sometimes called a floor divide. Okay, but if I want to get the remainder part, there's a different operator for that. This is the % and it's called the modulus operator, and we often say mod for short. So I put in here the mod operator and I run it, and now I get 2, which is the remainder. Remember, it was 1 remainder 2, so this gives me back the 2. This is not super common, but it does provide some value in important cases, so it's good to be aware of it. The other operator that might come in handy for you is the exponent, or the to the power of operator, which is a double star like this. Now, this would give us 7 to the 5th power, which is a big number. One last thing that's important to note is that in order to keep our programs clean and easy to read and bug-free, it's considered good practice to always put whitespace around the operators. So you wouldn't want to type it like this. Result equals, and then x plus y. And notice I just have spaces in weird places like this. Writing code like this might not seem like a big problem, but it really does open the door for more errors in your code, and it makes it harder to read the code later when it gets more complicated.